Hello, everybody. You are watching The Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to make Gotham great again. We've been asking, where's Ghislaine Maxwell? Well, turns out she's at an In-N-Out in Los Angeles, an In-N-Out burger? You got to be kidding me. You have to be absolutely be kidding me. And first of all, this just shows how stupid our society is. This was in the celebrity section, like celebrity sighting. Britney Spears' new boyfriend? No, this is a pedophile pimp. We know for a fact 2 women said she raped them when they were children, in addition to grooming and exploiting children for Jeffrey Epstein and his filthy pedophile billionaire pals. Right? Bill Clinton said he was only on 4 planes. He was on 26. There's information that I'm going to do probably a separate video on this, of Trump raping a 12-year-old girl that Epstein had gotten for him. If you're a diehard Clinton or a diehard Trumper and you think your beloved candidate isn't involved in this horrifying crap, you're deluding yourself. This isn't a partisan issue. This, if anything, shows you how horrifying the ruling class is. And there aren't 2 parties in this country, or any country for that matter. There's 2 classes. There's the ruling class that gets away with this crap, and then there's everybody else. Prince Andrew. The royal family. Oh, really? The royal family's doing something weird? They're awful. And she's just sitting out there, and a guy apparently who eats there every day it's somewhere near Beverly Hills, right? Or in the Hollywood Hills. Miss Maxwell was reading a book called The Book of Honor, The Secret Lives and Deaths of CIA Operatives, and seemed resigned to having her picture taken. The guy walked up to her and said, "Are you who I think I am?" She goes, "Yes, I am." And she took the photo. First of all, this is sending a message. We haven't seen her since 2016. She sells her mansion. She gets rid of her bullshit Save the Ocean non-for-profit. That one of the things in her non-for-profit was getting young kids involved in saving the oceans. Oh, so you were using your fake non-for-profit to traffic children for your filthy pal Epstein. So this is clearly sending a message. She doesn't just come out of nowhere. She's been in hiding. She could be in hiding anywhere. Her dad was a Mossad agent who mysteriously fell off of a boat. Give me a break. This is sending a message. This is sending a message to somebody. This is sending a message. If she doesn't want to get seen, she wouldn't be. So she just happens to go to an In-N-Out burger and read a CIA book. Oh yeah, man, I do that all the time. That's what all celebrities go out and read CIA books at a right. And this is the photo. And this is, I got to tell you, what's wrong with our culture. I'll say this right now. This guy goes, let me get a photo. No, you need to punch her. She needs to be punched in the face. No, I'm not advocating for violence against women. I'm advocating for punching a pedophile and a rapist in the face. And I'm an equal opportunity pedophile face puncher. If I saw Jerry Sandusky out in public at an In-N-Out burger, he absolutely would get punched in the face. Absolutely would he get punched in the face. This is pure evil. Let's be real clear about this. I have an ounce of compassion for some pedophile who says, "I can't control myself. Keep me away from kids." Okay, it's horrible. Put the guy in jail. I don't know, castration, whatever. Get him away from kids. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a neurologist. I don't know what creates that kind of a brain to have that sort. I don't know. But there's some. I can at least feel like, oh, this person is just sick and deranged, and we need to get them out of society and figure out what's wrong, and maybe these types sat down and calculated what's the best way to traffic children and profit from it. That's what they did. Went to a resort, Epstein's Island, his place in New Mexico, and said, what's the best way to, we'll set up fake modeling agencies, and I'll go get these girls And then great, I'll be able to rape some of them. It's like the coldness of the Nazis going to a castle and having a nice, silverware, white linen meal while they hatch the final solution. This is pure evil. This is sending a message. I'm reading a CIA book. And then this is covered in the celebrity section. This just happened. You're lucky, man. You're lucky. If I see this woman running around LA, it ain't going to be this. It ain't going to be this. It ain't going to be this. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different. What I would do is the anger I have towards the woman that raped me, who's no longer alive. She died from cancer in the late 80s, early 90s, so I do believe there is a God because she suffered. I would focus that on this person. That's what I would do. Are we done with the ruling class? Are we just done with them? Can we just be done with the ruling class? She doesn't deserve a fair trial. Regular people, working class people deserve a fair trial and innocent before proven guilty. Guilty. The ruling class is guilty. The ruling class has made the world a horrible place. They've profited from raping children. So they're done. They're done. I can't look at her fucking filthy face. So there's this nonsense. Look at this. Evidence he may have been murdered. What book was she reading? The CIA book? This just came out. The autopsy. Among the bones broken in Epstein's neck was the hyoid bone, which in men is near the Adam's apple, right? The breaks can occur in those who hang themselves, particularly if they are older, according to forensics experts and studies on the subject. Okay. Jonathan L. Arden, president of the National Association of Medical Examiners, admitted that a hyoid break is more commonly associated with homicidal strangulation than suicidal hanging. This bone, does it sound familiar? Because they used it in the Eric Garner case. The hyoid bone played a central role in a heated dispute last year over another high-profile death in New York, that of Eric Garner. A New York police officer was accused of using an improper chokehold while trying to arrest Garner and causing his death. A police officers association claimed that an autopsy from Sampson's office found there was no break of Garner's hyoid bone, and that this proved that the officer could not have strangled Garner and caused his death. She's sitting at an In-N-Out burger saying the CIA killed him, or he's a CIA operative and they scooped him up out of there. He's an intel asset. There could be that. She's not picked up by the police. So New York just put this thing now where they lifted the statute of limitations on any sex crime. So people in New York have a year to file. So all these civil suits are happening against her. No one's picking her up. The Fed, some guy just snaps a photo at an In-N-Out burger. Nobody, she doesn't get snatched up. What'd she do? Get back in her Bugatti and drive back up to the Hollywood Hills? So that means anyone can find where she's living. They know where she's at. Why haven't they arrested her? I predicted Epstein would get murdered in prison. I predicted this. She's just walking free. That's a spit. That's the ruling class spitting in your face. I'm going to go have an In-N-Out burger and read a CIA book. Who's going to arrest me? You can't. We control everything. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's a mob guy going, nah, I'm not guilty. You're not arresting me. That's what that is. And what else did I predict? If the holding on to Epstein killed himself, they're trying to push that narrative. Some news stations just, he committed suicide. That's it. Official report, he's committing suicide. Well, wait a minute now. And I said, if they do reveal that he died or something, there's going to be some Jack Ruby type lone wolf, right? Or I said this. Bungled guards. The Gilligan's Island of guards all of a sudden. Reports about Epstein's neck injuries followed revelations that two guards guarding him had fallen asleep. Zoinks! this isn't a high-profile case. Of course we're going to have guys falling asleep. And they falsified work to try and cover their tracks. He was on suicide watch. Oh, the New York Times reported this. He was left alone and not closely monitored. So this information is important. The autopsy report, the guards, but it's not just that information. It's what these mainstream media outlets are doing. We're not talking about this vile piece of shit, this rapist. See, that's what a rapist, pedophile, sex trafficker looks like. We're not talking about her. She's in the celebrity section. Right? Investigation by the New York Times last year revealed that federal prisons across the country, including Metropolitan Correctional Center, have been dealing with rising violence, and staffing at the facilities have dwindled. See, there we go. It wasn't the CIA. We're understaffed. We're cutting budgets. Trump or somebody will, we need to up the budget for prisons. Private prison industry will come in. Boy, we would handle this if you used one of our private prisons. We would handle this. We're not talking about the Clintons and Prince Andrew and Dershowitz and Trump. We're not talking about those. See these articles? We're not talking about those people. They're just links to high profile. We're not going into all of it. We're not going into all. Why is she eating in the Hollywood Hills? Because there's pedophile rings in Hollywood. That's what they want to cover up. And the CIA is in Hollywood. The CIA, every time you see some movie that's like, yay, special op team did it, that's a CIA propaganda film. Right? All those Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg movies, what do you think those are? Those are CIA movies. So this is the narrative now they're trying to push out. Oh, the jail was, here's another source. Oh, has had a long history of suicide and neglect. Again, what are we not talking about? All these powerful people in every aspect of life were participating and profiting from and at least knowledgeable of. Right? Acosta said he was told that in the 2008 case in Florida, where Epstein was given a light case, that he was an intelligence asset, or there was some like, he's got intelligence stuff, back off. Acosta was told that. Right? See this? This is the language that they're using. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. If Ghislaine Maxwell shows her face anywhere in Los Angeles and I'm there, you're going to hear about YouTube comedian getting arrested for assault. I swear to God. I swear to God. So this is the ruling class, guys. This is how they get away with things. This is how they control all the media. You trying to tell me none of these big conglomerate CEOs are in Jeffrey Epstein's black book? Nobody? None of them? None of them? Give me a break. This is the ruling class. This is how horrible they are. This is how awful they are. They've done studies. People that get that rich and powerful, they have no empathy. They're sociopaths. They're sociopaths. These are sociopaths. These are sociopaths. This is like they keep getting a new plane and an island, and it's never enough. So they gotta keep raising the stakes. So then they got to do more sexually depraved crap. It's never enough. So they got to do more and more and more, and they get away with it. So they're drunk with the power. If I can get away with it. You honestly think Epstein killed himself? You think he was in jail? Oh, I can't. I feel bad about what I did. Give me a break. He's on suicide watch. He's wearing paper clothing. There's no way for him to tie himself to anything in a facility like that. There's nowhere, anyway. No way. right? So some lifer convict is going to, oh, he's the bad guy. And he's going to say, oh, I was abused as a kid, so I just went nuts and couldn't handle it. And everyone will go, oh, swept under the rug. And people will sue Jeffrey Epstein's estate, and I hope that they win. I hope the victims get something. And Ghislaine Maxwell, will we see her again? She's going to just pop up and be reading, at a Panera Bread, reading a book about the NSA. Just going to... Where's she going to pop up next? A Subway sandwich, just reading a book about Mossad, and then, a couple years later, oh, there she is. She's just walking through the park with a book about MI6. Give me a fucking break. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of the ruling class. Are we done yet? They don't deserve the same laws and benefits that we do. They're sociopaths. I believe in due process. I believe in, everybody is innocent and proven guilty, but not the ruling class. They're guilty. You're a billionaire, you've been raping children and profiting from it, and you've been raping the earth. You've been profiting from that. You make money off of war and any other crap like that. You're done. You're done. There's more of us than there are of you. I hope you're watching this, Ghislaine Maxwell. You better hope I don't run across you. You better hope. It's not going to be a fun little photo. I guarantee you that. I'm done. I am done, and I'm not letting go of this. I will not let go of this. Support the show at patreon.com/GrahamElwood because I don't have wealthy parents. I'm not a Rothschild. I'm not a filthy Trump or a filthy Clinton. I'm not a despicable member of the ruling class, so I need working class, decent people like you. I'm not a sociopath, just a little pissed off when I watch this shit happen because I have what they call a soul. Yes, there it is. That's the term I want, a soul. So support what I do. Go to rockfin.com. All the links are in the show notes. This is not easy to cover this stuff. It's really difficult for me. I will continue to do it, but I'm going to have to take breaks periodically because, yeah, the audacity. I'm going to go sit at an In-N-Out and no one's going to touch me because I'm a rich white lady pedophile that's protected by the royal family and billionaire elites. Hey everybody, great way to support what I'm doing here is go to patreon.com/GrahamElwood and also rockfin.com/GrahamElwood. Those links are in the show notes below. And join us on the road for the Progressive Comedy Tour. Ron Placone and I, in September, we're going to Omaha, Sioux Falls, Madison, Minneapolis, and Iowa City. November, we will be in Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, and Perth. All of those are at GrahamElwood.com. Like, subscribe, share these videos, watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Thank you so much for supporting what I'm doing.